All right, this is a quadratic equation that we're being asked to solve. What we're going to do is we're going to use the zero factor property to solve this. The zero factor property says if A times B equals 0, then either A or B being 0 will provide a solution to that equation. The key to this is this specification of two things multiplying to be 0. If we compare our current equation to this statement, we have two things being multiplied. It's this factor a plus 9 times a plus 6, but they're not being multiplied together to be 0. So our first job is going to fix that issue. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're first going to FOIL out this left-hand side of the equation. Okay, so when we FOIL that, what I'll get is a squared plus 15a plus 54, and that equals this negative 2. And again, what that was a foiling here. I did a times a to get a squared, a times 6 to get 6a, 9 times a to get 9a, and 9 times 6 to get 54. And then I combine the like terms of the a's, the 6a and 9a, to get that 15a that you see in the middle there. Alright, so what we need to do though is take care of the situation where we want something to equal 0 to use this zero factor property. So we're going to add 2 to both sides of this equation, giving us a squared plus 15a plus 56. And now to use the zero factor property, what we need to do is factor the left hand side. I won't go through all of those steps, but if you were to factor the a squared plus 15a plus 56, you're looking for two numbers that multiply to be 56 and add to be 15. That is a positive 7 and a positive 8. So this factors into an a plus 7 and an a plus 8. This is really important now to notice the difference between this equation that we have now and the one that we started out with up here. The biggest difference is we have two things, these two factors being multiplied, but in the first case they were multiplying to be a negative 2. Now we're multiplying to be a 0, and that's a key part. Now we can use the zero factor property. And the zero factor property is we can find these solutions by setting each of these factors equal to 0. And the first equation gives us a solution of a equals negative 7. And the second equation gives us a solution of a equals negative 8, giving us that our two solutions to this equation are negative 7 and negative 8.